Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan, and welcome to part 4, probably the last one, unless I make like a weird update, of how to make a pen project in Scratch. Last time we made a way to spawn enemies, which is really nice because now we can actually shoot at them. But again, we didn't really implement shooting like I promised. So let's make a way. Oh, there's one. Let's make a way to kill them. Okay, this time. So that's gonna be fun. Okay. So how do we do that? Well, where's my player first? It's over here somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So let's make a way to kill these enemies. So the first thing we're gonna need is a health. Unless you want the enemies to be destroyed in one shot, right? We need a health to detect when I don't know what I'm saying. We need a health to detect when to die. Well, when to kill these enemies, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new list called enemy health and for all sprites. Because, yeah. Okay, so, enemy health, let's just keep it open for now so we can see it working. Okay, so inside, let's see, let's go ahead and do, first of all, inside our setup scripts, right, we can't forget to reset our variables, our lists, so delete all of enemy health. Okay, so inside our spawn enemy, we're gonna add. And how much health should we add? Well, we should add a fixed number, so let's just add, unless you want to make this a variable, right? Let's say we want to add, let's say we want these enemies to have 5 health. Okay, so add 5 to enemy health. So, first of all, we can actually go ahead and test that. Actually, let me, first of all, make this wait duration a little bit shorter so I don't get so bored. Wait duration, so enemy frames, changes to like 100 or something. That will be what, like 3 seconds? Yeah. Okay, so inside enemy health, let's see. Yep, there we go. So 5 has been added, but the only problem is that I can see right now is when I'm shooting at I'm shooting right now, but I cannot see the enemies being damaged. So let's go ahead and implement that right now. So inside our update enemy, inside our update enemy, what we're gonna do is, remember when we left this if else empty? Well, that was so that we can detect if we are touching a bullet. Now, pen collisions are annoying. I can't emphasize that enough. They are really annoying because you can't use a touching. You have to use math. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So first of all, let's make the bullets a bit more accurate. So right now, the bullets. Let's find our bullet script. Where's our bullet script? Yeah, here it is. Draw. No, that's not it. Sorry. Draw bullet, right here. Okay, so we're moving 10 steps, right? So we're pointing in the direction of the way we shot it, and then we're moving 10 steps. So we're basically elongating the bullet 10 steps in one direction, but that's not what we want, because we want the head of the bullet to collide with the enemies. I know that doesn't make sense. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move negative 10 steps instead of 10 steps. Now, this shouldn't change it at all. It should look exactly the same, except for the fact that, except for the fact that the bullet is now positioned at the front of this line instead of the back of it. Okay, that's just, it will help with the collisions, and it will make it look better when an enemy hits a bullet. Okay, so the easiest way to do this collision test is just to use a distance block. So again, I could drag it from my library, my backpack, but I don't really want to do this time because I actually know the formula for this one. This is the Pythagorean theorem, so don't worry if you don't know it. It's not that big of a deal. You can still follow along with this tutorial. It'll just calculate the distance between 2 points. So make a block. I'm gonna call this one distance between, and we're gonna add 4 inputs: x1, y1, and add a label, comma, and then x2, y2. So this will calculate the distance between x1, y1, and x2, y2. Run without screen refresh, click OK. Okay, so distance between these 2 points. So we're going to use it immediately, right over here. So, right above our if-else. So distance between our x position, so item I of enemy x, item I of enemy y, right? And the bullet position. So we're gonna have to loop through every single bullet as well. So we're gonna actually need a nested loop. So actually what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna keep this repeat loop as it is, okay? And get rid of the if-else. We don't need that right now. Keep the distance between them. Okay, so we're gonna create a new block called check if touching bullet enemy. Yeah, it's a long one. Run without screen refresh, click OK. Okay, and we're gonna use this also right away underneath our update enemy. Right underneath there, just at the very end there. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 repeat loops this time. So we're gonna need 2 repeat loops, so just nest one of them inside the other. Now, we're also gonna need a new counter variable. So, actually, yeah, anyway, we're gonna need a new counting variable. So, what we're gonna do is, basically, we're gonna create a new variable, j, for the sprite only. Yeah, so in coding, we normally use I and j to represent loops, so that's what we're gonna do here too. So create a new variable, j, for the sprite only. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, at the very beginning, we're just gonna set j to 0. And after that, inside the top, actually, set j to 1, sorry. No, actually, set j to 0, set j to 0, okay. And then inside the first repeat loop right here, set I to 0. And inside the repeat loop, inside the inside repeat loop, we're gonna change I by 1. And then below that, we're just gonna change j by 1. Change j by 1, and that's gonna go right here. Yeah. Okay, so this should loop through every single, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so that should loop through, it should loop about 100 times, because 10 times 10 is 100. It will make sense more, because we have to first loop through every single enemy, right? We have to check if every single enemy We have to first check every single enemy, and then we have to check if every single bullet is touching that one enemy. So we're gonna need 2 repeat loops. I know that none of that makes sense, but anyway. So first of all, this distance between, we're gonna stick that right in here, inside, right below the change I by 1. So we're gonna check every single, instead of I, we're gonna use J. So item J of enemy X, item J of enemy Y. And also, we're gonna do, duplicate these, item I of bullet X, and item I of bullet Y. So this will loop through every single collision there could be. Bullet Y. And how long should we make these repeat loops? Instead of 10, right? Because 10 doesn't really work. We're going to be looping, in the top, we're going to be looping through the length of enemy X. And inside the inside repeat loop, we're going to loop through every single bullet, so bullet X. That should work because that should be fine, I hope. If it doesn't, we can swap those around, but I'm pretty confident it'll work. Okay, so now we have to actually define our distance between block. So go to our distance between block right here, and we're gonna need a new output variable. So we're gonna have to create another variable. Let's call this one D for distance for the sprite only. And we're just gonna go ahead and set D to, we're gonna grab an addition. This is the Pythagorean theorem, so it's pretty simple. What we're gonna do is, after that, we're gonna grab 2 multiplications and stick those in both sides. And then we're gonna grab another subtraction, and then we're gonna subtract x2 from x1, like this. So we're just gonna stick x2 minus x1 in the first one, duplicate that, x2 minus x1 in the second one. Same thing with the other one, so this would be y's. So we're just gonna do y2 minus y1, duplicate that. Yeah, okay, so now set d to x2 minus x1 times x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1 times y2 minus y1. Now, of course, we need to square root this, so if you know about the Pythagorean theorem. So we're just gonna set d to, one more time, d, and we're just gonna surround this in the square root. So grab the abs of, and change this to squirt, or square root. Square root of d, like this, and yeah. Okay. So set d to square root of d. Okay, so now this will calculate the distance between x1, y1, and x2, y2. Okay, so we're going to need to use this distance variable somehow. So, first of all, we have to check how big our enemies are. So our enemies are 15 wide. So that means our pen size is 50. One sec, let me just test something. So if I set pen size to 10, right? Pen down. Yeah, so this will be 10. So 15 would be that. How big is our enemies? Let's just wait. I just want to make sure that my math is correct, so yeah, I should have probably done this. Yeah, so that means 15 is our radius, right? So, is it? Not sure. Anyway, so I think 15 would be our diameter. So we need to calculate our radius so that we can get how far we need to detect. I know that doesn't make sense. We're just gonna go ahead and grab an if distance, if d is less than, d is less than 15 divided by 2 is about 7.5, so 7.5, right, because that's the radius. If d is less than 7.5, then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and change, we're going to go ahead and change we're going to go ahead and we're going to change our health by -1. So, replace item 1 of enemy health, not item 1, sorry, we're going to replace item J of enemy health with, we're going to replace it with, our current item, so that's going to be item J of enemy health -1, right? Because that will change our health by -1. -1. Okay, and we can just stick that inside our if right here, and we can stick that underneath our distance between block. Okay, so all we have to do now to test this is show our enemy health and play our game. So, let's see, let's try and shoot our, oh, okay, it's right here. Okay, so let's move over here so we can actually shoot it. Yeah, okay, yep, as you can see, our health is going down because we have shot it. Now, of course, I haven't made it so that our health, deletes this clone yet, but that's good. So now we know that our collision scripts are working. Now, that's the hard part, right? That's the hard part out of the way. That's good, because now we can detect if our health is less than 0, right? So, right here, we have if, so go over to our update enemy, and we're just going to put an if down here. We're just going to actually do another repeat, where we just, before that, we just set our I to 1. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do this. I'm just going to do it, another repeat loop, right? So, set I to 1, repeat length of enemy x, change I by 1, and then what we're going to do is if, actually put this underneath, if, actually no, we need an if else, because we need to do, yeah, so we need to stick this, I'm sorry I'm not making sense right now, just follow along, it should be fine. change I by 1 inside the else, and if less than, grabbing less than, if item I, let's see, if item I, go to variables, if item I of enemy health is less than 1, let's say, then I'm going to delete these items. So I'm going to delete I'm going to delete I of enemy health. And I'm also going to delete, just duplicate this 3 times. I'm going to delete I of enemy X, and I'm also going to delete I of enemy Y. Okay, so let's test that. And so that means once our health gets to 0, our enemy should delete. So let's shoot our enemy. I'm not sure where it is. Bad aim. 2, 1. Yeah, okay, so now it deleted, as you can see. So now we have a way of attacking our enemies. That's really nice, because now we can actually play the game now. I kind of want a meter of how much health the enemy has, but before we do that, I'm noticing something kind of important. I have bad aim. I'm noticing something kind of important. Our bullets are going straight through the enemy, so I need to detect the enemy, I need to detect the bullet collisions as well. And actually, that's pretty easy. So go to our define check if touching bullet enemy, and if D is less than 7.5, all we're gonna do is delete item I. Delete item I of bullet DIR, and just duplicate that 3 times. Delete item I of bullet X, bullet X, and delete I of bullet Y. Now, that would cause problems, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab an if-else, and instead of if, we're just gonna do an if-else. If D is less than 7.5, then do all this. Else, we're going to change I by 1. Stick that there. And of course, now we have to change this first I here. So what we're going to do is this one here, we're just going to change that to a 1 instead of 0. So set I to 1. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining things that clearly, but this actually should, I'm pretty sure this should work. So let's test it out. I hope you understand, though. Not deleting the... okay. Oh wait, no, that's not it. No, one sec. I'll debug, 1 sec. Alright, I found the problem. Yay! Okay, so, we are also changing J by 1 right here, right? So, we're changing this after everything else. So, that means we have to actually change this first J to a 1. Okay, so... okay, so we just changed the first J to a 1. The smallest mistake. Okay. I hate it when that happens, don't you? Like, whenever you're coding and then you make, like, a tiny typo. So it should work, yeah. Yep, okay, and it takes 5 hits to destroy an enemy. Let's do that with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, deleted. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, I kind of want a health bar now. So how do we make a health bar? Now, I have a backpack script for this, but I'm probably actually gonna grab that because I forgot how to do the thing because I haven't done this in a while. But anyway, I'll read you the script so you can follow along. So inside game loop, what we're gonna do is I kind of want this health bar to be behind everything except for the background, right? So we're gonna create a new block, draw health, run without screen refresh. Click OK, and then draw health. We're going to drag this new draw health below the background but above all the other defines. So draw health like that. And let's move this draw health into some free space. And I already have a block for this, which is nice. But before we do that, we're going to have to create a new list. And we're going to create a new list called max health. So this will store the maximum number of health you can actually have. So max health. New list name, max health for all sprites, click OK. Okay. And inside spawn enemy, we're just gonna add 5 to max health. Actually, I should probably call it enemy max health, but I'm too lazy right now. And make sure to reset our enemy max health inside our reset block. Delete all of max health. Okay, so what we're going to do now is inside draw health, we're going to need a repeat loop, so we can loop through every single enemy, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate the draw enemies here, and just get rid of everything except for change eye by 1. So now we have this repeat loop that will loop through every single enemy. So yeah, so change set eye to 1, blah blah blah. Okay, so I have a check the activity. Oh, it's really low this time. Okay, so I'm gonna drag another script from my backpack if I can find it. If I can, let's see. Yeah, there it is. Here it is. Okay, and now I have to zoom out and look for it. Which is, yeah, there it is. Okay, drag this all the way over here. Okay, so this will draw a health bar. So let's go ahead and stick this above the change eye by 1 right here. Okay, so make sure that you copy this exactly how it is. Actually, I'm going to change this pen color to a white so I can see it behind the black background. But anyway, okay, so set pen size to 6. Okay, go to X. Okay, this is an incorrect position. So go to X. We're gonna have to go to item I of enemy X and minus 12. Actually, minus let's say 6. So that it's a small health bar. Minus 6, and duplicate that. Item I of enemy Y minus, say, 10. Let's do 15 for now. So, item I of enemy Y minus 15. Set pen color to white, and then pen down. First of all, before that actually, before everything, let's just pen up just in case. Pen down. Okay. Set X, change X by 24. That's incorrect because we have a pen size 6 now, so we just change that by 12, which is double 6. Pen up. Okay? Go to X, duplicate these again, duplicate this, set pen size to 4. Okay, that's fine. Set pen color to green. Set pen color to, and these numbers are the enemy's health and max health. So duplicate these numbers here. Item of enemy health, item I of enemy health, right here. And duplicate that. Item I of enemy, enemy max health. And then duplicate that, times 35. And then duplicate that, stick that right here. And then, yeah, stick that, stick that right here. Change X by, same thing, item I of enemy health, divided by item I of max health, divided by 12. Multiplied by 12, sorry. Pen up, and then change I by 1. Actually, so that's it. Yeah, that's the whole code for drawing a health bar. Now, of course, I'm sorry I couldn't explain it better. This basically goes to the left and then draws a health bar to the right, and colors it appropriately. So, I'm sorry I couldn't explain it to you more. I'm kind of running low on time right now. Yeah, see, But yeah, okay, perfect. So now we have a health bar underneath, and it should, yes. So now it updates correctly based on how much health our enemies have. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's really good. And actually, if you change this, if you want more health, by the way, you can just change. If you want more if you want enemies to have more health, all you have to do is change these numbers. So I'm just saying, gonna do 15 maybe. 15 health for each enemy because we have rapid fire, right? Our bullets are rapid firing. So 15 might be actually pretty good. Yeah. So let's see. It should update. Yeah, as you can see, it takes much longer to deplete our health bar. Okay. So, that health bar is actually a pretty good size. If that size wasn't good, then I'll show you how to edit our health bar. So, go over to our health bar code. All you have to do is, we're just gonna, we're gonna change this number here. So, item I of NMX minus some number. Make sure you put double that number inside this change X by. and then we're just gonna put that same number here, and then make sure to put double that number in this multiplication. But yeah, okay, so, oh, I forgot to say this is part 4. Part 4, okay, so, yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'm probably gonna have to make another video showing how to add player health, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, and that is how to make a pen shooter game thing in Scratch. I'm probably gonna make a different video about a different project, maybe like how to make a clicker game, or something like that, interesting like that, but yeah. So, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share this channel with others. If you didn't like it, you can, honestly, you can do whatever you want. And I hope you enjoyed following along with this tutorial. I'm probably definitely gonna make a, another video showing how to add player health, or something like that. But for now, that's it. That's the whole series for now. I'm definitely gonna make another one. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. See you at howtodosomething.com, and see you next time. Bye.